Today we're off on another road trip, this time with 4 generations of my family. That's the Bridges and Branches connection for today, our moment in time. We are headed to an abandoned railroad depot and a turnstile, I'm not exactly sure what they're called, but it's when they would turn the engines would sit on this disc thing, and in order to get them to go back the way they'd come, they'd put them on this turntable, turn them around 180 degrees, and then they'd go the other direction again. So evidently there's one of those that's abandoned down here. Some historical markers, so hopefully we'll know what we're looking at. But yeah, 4 generations. My dad has forever had a fascination with railroads. And when I discovered this abandoned depot down here, and he'd never actually seen it, we decided a road trip was in order. So we're going to meet up at a campground that's close to this place, and the marker is right across the road from the campground evidently. And then about a half mile down from there on a bike trail is where the turntable is, so we'll make our way down there and snoop around a while, and yeah, should be a fun day. My parents, one of my sisters, a couple of my kids, and their
about
kids.
10 miles, turn left onto State Highway 30.
Oh, thank you, Siri. And a couple of their kids will be along, so 4 generations. Very special. Love making memories like this. My dad, and his next birthday is going to be 89 years old. His sister's waving in the front. 89 years old, driving this big thing around. He's definitely the talk of his little town. Young at heart, always ready to go. So what we're doing is, he brought his scooter. He's perfectly capable of walking, but when he's got long distances to walk, he just wants to be comfortable. So we're loading up. Here's Dad loading up the trailer. Wave. Yeah. He's got his ramp back here. He kind of built that himself. He had to make it so the front wheels of his scooter went over that wheel well. Yeah.
Put these couple of things in there.
Okay. Pretty nice van. I'm surprised Mom. She hates to be on camera. Surprise! Good morning. No, I think he's just about got it, so you can start loading your stuff in the van now. Yeah. Wave, say good morning.
Good morning. Is there a way to get my window down? Yes.
Yep. So we're at Eisenhower's State Park right now, and we're trying to figure out where we are. We're just kind of going down this road because the Google map tells us we need to go down here about a quarter mile, but we're not sure what we're going to find, and Google isn't always known to be all that accurate. So this is going to be there wasn't really a place for me to park back there in that little parking lot where we just were, so I'm going down here just in hopes that there aren't as many cars down here. We're going to at least park, because we got Dad's trailer behind us with the scooters on them, so if we can just park down here and then figure out what's
The
wrong.
destination is on your right,
Look at Google
Eiseners.
Earth and figure it out. Always a mystery. Dueling cameras. Mine's going on YouTube. How about yours? We found the campground. We don't know for sure where we're going after this, but time for lunch first. Having a picnic with everybody. Cool.
This is the old train tracks.
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
They take the tracks out and they make it a walking trail.
Gotcha.
And a bike trail too.
Yeah.
So all that's here, a little bit of a disappointment.
These buildings are along here.
Just some benches over there. There's nothing really to show us that it's a train depot except for the sign.
Got it.
Once a busy railroad junction, Eisenhower Station brought goods, people, and towns together. Cows, cars, and cargo. Established in 1869, had a stockyard that connected to the depot. As the rail line extended westward, the stockyard was abandoned and the station facilitated the movement of passengers and cargo instead of livestock. At its peak, 6 trains a day stopped here. The station's passenger traffic waned in the 1930s as the automobile became the preferred method of travel. The final passenger train went through the station in 1960. Freight trains would continue for another 20 years before the land would be turned over to the state to become the trail you're enjoying today. So, probably right where we are, there was a restaurant, and then where the benches are was the depot, and then the salt shack was a little bit to the west yet. And fresh meat helps deliver a sweet treat. They welcomed railroad travelers with the smell of delicious pies. If passengers followed their noses to the restaurant next door, they were in for surprise. A scoop of ice cream came with Grandma Eyebatch's homemade pies. Before refrigerators, ice blocks kept groceries cool in an ice box. This made having excess ice to turn into ice cream a luxury. Yet every day, ice cream was available at the Eisenhower station. So where did the extra ice come from? Every morning, trains going to Hormel, a meat company in Austin, Minnesota, arrived carrying ice to keep their beef cool. Their stop meant a daily supply of ice to help make the visit to Eisenhower's restaurant deliciously memorable. Salt sprinkled from the lineman's shack above prevented ice buildup on the rails. Luke is trying, for some reason, to cut down a tree or a branch with a branch or something. So, okay.
That thing was like this, but on sticks.
Well, it's a little underwhelming, isn't it? It's a little underwhelming, isn't it? Unfortunately.
I can't believe there aren't some signs here to tell you stuff.
That sign does tell you stuff. Yep.
Okay.
Back here.
She just quoted it. She
Yeah.
didn't say there's the house or.
No, there's nothing left. It just tells you that it used to be right here. 3 things. Gotta walk back a ways from the parking lot. What did oh, no, you weren't in it. What did you say, Robin? What did they find?
There's a sign up there that shows it's where the turntable used to be,
Okay.
and then like you can see the concrete slab.
Okay. Hello. Okay, so there is some evidence of something at least being there.
That's about it.
Okay. Okie dokie. Okay, what did you find? The turntable, turning in the right direction. Once sat in the circular depression in front of you. You can see kind of a circle, I guess.
That thing is right there. That was the pivot point.
Oh, that little thing all the way over there.
But see, there's concrete up there. That's what Connor's going to investigate.
Up there too? Okay. The cement pillar acted as a pivot point, allowing train engines to turn around and travel back in the direction they originally came.
See that thing there?
Yeah.
That is right there. And that was the pivot point.
Okay.
And they talk about a circular depression in front of us. That's where it turned.
I wonder what they're getting themselves
Concrete
into.
up there. So they're
Well,
going to investigate that.
That might be
If
water.
that's it though,
Yeah.
that's impossible. You put something on that, that'd be the middle point of a locomotive or
That's
something.
just because it's all overgrown now.
There's a picture of it right there. Yeah, but there's a hill there. Dirt. Right.
I think with all the brush removed, it's bigger than we think. That's what this says.
You have a red shirt on.
It's really interesting of what
The way my food back to my house is made.
the track stopped here though. But they didn't keep going. So what was the point of the turntable?
That's why they had to turn around.
The other way.
Ellen, what is
Yeah.
Yeah, with the tracks.
Oh, okay. Okay. I think that's good.
How would it go? You're standing on it right now.
What do you think, Kyla? Are you having any fun? Yeah? Good. You like this? This kind of stuff? Exploring? You take after your grandma. Yeah.
Ellen, do they have the ladder by the well because somebody's down there?
Oh, I'd leave it to you. Go in search of dead bodies, Judy.
It's not a body, maybe $1 million.
Oh, well, go back. Go back.
Mom, can I just stand up here and look down at it?
Well, I'll tell you what, no matter what you find when you're curious, when you get there, now you know. There's no point in coming back.
That's right. This was our discovery today.
You still don't see anything about the depot? No, nothing down there.
Somebody left a red shirt out there.
There's a bunch of crumbled concrete down here, like there could have been a foundation.
Huh.
But it wouldn't have to go through, couldn't they back up
There's
onto
one foundation. There are a couple foundations down there.
It's kind of like a car where there's no
Okay.
wheels to turn.
Nice.
Okay.
That would make sense though, Bill, if it's a little sidetrack that came off and you could spin them and go back.
See those two big wood, yeah, together? Maybe they were part of the support for the bridge or something at one point.
Over here. Be about over here.
The stumps, not the trees. See those two stumps together?
That's the one.
There's two right together, I thought. That's what I see.
Where the red is?
Down from that, down. There's two stumps together, isn't there?
Oh, right down there.
Could that have been part of the support for the bridge?
Where the,
For the
where the
bridge?
outside is.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it would be the outside of the circle.
I got it.
Luke needed them for his koi farming operation.
Well, I was kind of worried that by the time we found this and got done exploring it, we wouldn't have time to go to our next destination.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be just fine.
I think it's gonna work out all right. Good news is we can squeeze it all in.
All right, explorers.
get dizzy.
Oh, cockabirds.
Oh, good. Those are fun to pick
All
out.
over your shorts too.
Good thing we wore an old shirt that was already stained and moldy.
Hmm.
You can see
Shucks, I
everything.
should have worn my
Yeah, that's actually why I had him wear it.
I figured I'd come upon Melanie. Well, I didn't.
Itasca. Yep.
So,
She got lost.
Well, I hear panic in her voice.
How old were you, Jude?
10 maybe.
10. Okay.
And we were still at the campground. But I hear her and there's panic. So I start heading that direction. This was, there were a lot of Indian mounds there, they're small.
Okay.
Oh, that's what the trails were through the Indian mounds. And I could tell by, I talked to her to be able to know where she was.
So at least you had gotten close enough back to the campground.
you could hear me, but I couldn't find my way out.
But I knew if she was panicking and was going the opposite direction, I wasn't going to be able to hear her.
Yeah,
Then what would we do?
right.
So I kept talking to her and she kept moving. I could tell she was still moving, so I told her.
Couldn't you see a streak every once in a while? Like,
I never saw that,
you
but
were zigzagging across the roads, yeah.
but to this day we still have the saying, Judy, stand still.
So,
We still use that.
any signs that say be still,
Yeah.
And anyway,
this is my earthly father, that's my heavenly father. Be still.
she did stand still, and I could tell. And
Actually, this is it. I think.
eventually, I came on her,
Be it.
and the trail divided there.
Oh.
She wasn't on the trail; she was out in the weeds in the middle of the trail.
Oh,
And she
Racing
didn't
to
see
try to
me.
find my way out.
right.
She didn't see me until after I called her name.
Okay.
Then we were okay again.
Yeah.
You remember that?
I was just gonna say, I can't remember I was there too.
Well, we,
I got a bike.
you stayed at the camp so we could
No,
find our
we-
way back there.
Watch out.
This
This walking stick is still good,
zigzagging
see?
across the pathway up ahead. I remember to be still. Stand still. Don't move.
You mean we're at our destination?
Well, we're getting close. Beautiful in here.
I'll bet you can even drive this road in the wintertime.
Yep. So this is the visitor center for the Mystery Cave. Got our tickets. Got mom and dad taken care of. Got the kids taken care of. Got the permits taken care of. Should be good to go. And this is the visitor center. Real quick, this is the door we came in. We got a little. We met some people on the way out who said that it's wonderful. It's a wonderful, wonderful tour. So we're supposed to line up now. We're gonna go out there. Back there. Dad decided he's gonna ride. Rest of our people. Bats. There's the kids.
And we probably won't see any today, but our bats here at the cave have gotten sick with something called white nose syndrome. It's a fungal disease, and it's a, okay, thank you. It's a white fungus oftentimes found growing around their noses, which is where the name white nose comes from. And this fungus grows on them when they're trying to hibernate and sleep. And we think it's making them really itchy and probably irritating them quite a bit. So it's waking them up and making them active in the winter months when they really need to sleep. And because the bats are awake and active, they're not surviving the winter. We've actually lost 95% of our bat population from this fungal disease. So it's really harmful to our bats. And we want to kind of do our part and not spread it around. And where we have it at our cave, we want you to clean off your shoes after the cave tour. So that's actually the purpose of these two metal contraptions here. These are shoe washing stations.
He thinks he knows where the brakes are on that thing. Beautiful. Wonder what this was like last June when we had so much rain and so much flooding. Talks about fish. 20 species of warm water fish in there. Love trees. Oh, is this the high water mark? Oh, it was underwater at some point. Cave entrance was found in 1937. It's just so cool. Water running over here, coming in somehow. And what did she? Oh, he's gone. Beautiful. This is cool. Such a big one. So cool. And then you can't see it, but right back there is a pool. Time for supper. Rack's Bar and Grill in Spring Valley. Kids had to leave and head for home, so it's just us old people now. Supposed to be a good place to eat. I would recommend Rack's Bar and Grill.
So we don't get medical assistance because she took that money vacation. So it took us to
It was a good place to eat. So they have a restaurant on this side, and then back there is a bar. And the food was delicious, reasonably priced. The day is winding to a close. It was a very nice day. I'm glad we did this. Always special times with family. And now we will be leaving town and heading into the sunset. All right. Bye-bye.